Hello everyone, I am Dr. Donald Ozello of Championship Chiropractic in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am the author of Running, Maximize Performance, and Minimize Injuries. I am going to be discussing an exercise called the pelvic bridge. The pelvic bridge helps to strengthen the lumbar spine, the gluteal muscles, the hamstring muscles, and the core muscles. What you want to do with this exercise is you want to be in the supine position. Now, before I get started demonstrating the exercise, the pelvic bridge has many different names. Some people like to call it the hip thrust or the pelvic thrust or the hip bridge. Some people will even call it the supine plank. Whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter. I like to call it the pelvic bridge, but the many different names, the exercise is still the same. It's a very effective exercise that is going to help to build strength, endurance, and stability in the core, in the muscles, in the lumbar spine, in the gluteal muscles, and in the hamstrings. I like to use the pelvic bridge to help people with hamstring injuries. It's an excellent exercise for that area. I'm going to be demonstrating it in a couple different ways. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get into a supine position. So we're laying on our back. We have the hips flexed and the knees flexed and the feet are flat on the floor. Throughout the exercise, the back of the head and the shoulder blades are always going to be contacting the floor. You do not want to push with your head into the floor. You do not want to push with your hands onto the floor or on a training table like I'm using right now. You just want them for support. A lot of people try to cheat and they'll push their body downwards. That is not necessary. You want to be concentrating on the muscles that you're going to be working. Now, the first thing that we're going to do in the pelvic bridge is you lift up the pelvis so that the thighs and the pelvis and the spine are in a straight line. Again, you're maintaining the back of the head and the shoulder blades on the floor. I like to do this as an isometric exercise. I will have my patients hold this for 6 seconds and then relax. Come back down to the starting position. Up again. Now, when you are holding the isometric exercise, you want to contract the hamstring muscles and the gluteal muscles, and you will definitely feel how they are being utilized in this exercise. Hold that for 6 seconds, and you want to make sure that you breathe properly throughout the entire exercise. You do not want to hold your breath. Again, up to the top. Hold that for 6 seconds, and then relax. Now, some people like to do this without it being an isometric exercise, and this is more where the name the hip thrust or the pelvic thrust comes from, where the exercise is performed in this fashion. Now, this is still very effective. It's still going to work the same muscles, but for stability purposes, it is better to hold the isometric contraction. Now, a way to move and advance in this exercise is that once you have been able to perform 15 repetitions in the isometric fashion, holding it for 6 seconds, what we're going to do is we're going to lift one leg off of the floor, one foot off of the floor, so that the foot that is contacting the floor is stabilizing the body. And this really targets the hamstring muscles very well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to demonstrate that, and first I'm going to lift the left leg, hold that off the floor for 6 seconds, then I'm going to lower my foot, go back down to the starting position, come back up, and then raise the right leg. So what we're going to do is come up to the top position, and then you lift the left foot off the floor, and you will really feel a big contraction right down here in the hamstrings. And you want to hold that for 6 seconds, bring the foot down, and back down to the floor. Up to the top, hold it at the top position, raise the right foot, hold it for 6 seconds, relax, and go back to the starting position. Again, all the way up to the top. Now you want to really fight hard to hold that top contraction, or hold that top position, while you're lifting up the left foot. And it does not have to be a large amount. It could be anywhere from as low as 2 inches all the way up to about 6 or 8 inches. And this exercise is targeting the hamstring muscle on the leg that is on the table. Once you're able to do that in an isometric fashion, you can add the fit ball. The fit ball is a great tool for any type of exercise, but for this one, it really helps because the unstable surface helps a great deal, and then also it helps because you are adding a different dimension to it. We're adding, it's a combination of two exercises. It becomes the pelvic bridge and the leg curl. So we're adding the leg curl to it. You know, what we're going to be doing is you position yourself again in a supine position. The hips are flexed, the knees are flexed, the back of the ankle is on the top part of the ball, and you do the pelvic bridge. The shoulder blades and the head do not leave the table. Once you've done that, then you do a leg curl. And then from the leg curl up to the top position. Hold that for 6 seconds, and then relax back down to the starting position. Do a pelvic bridge, leg curl, and then another pelvic bridge. Hold it for 6 seconds. Contract the gluteal muscles in the hamstrings, and relax. First step, pelvic bridge, where the entire leg, the pelvis, and the spine are in a straight line. Then the leg curl. Then up to the top where the thighs, the pelvis, and the spine are in a straight line. Hold this position for 6 seconds, and then relax. The pelvic bridge is a fantastic exercise for building strength, stability, and endurance in the hamstring muscles. It will help us a great deal if we are recovering from a hamstring injury or if we are trying to prevent a hamstring injury. The hamstrings are muscles that often get overpowered by the quadriceps. They often get overlooked in our training. So this is a fantastic exercise that will help to build stability, strength, and endurance in the hamstrings, helping us to prevent and to recover from hamstring injuries. This has been Dr. Donald Ozello of Championship Chiropractic in Las Vegas, Nevada. Train hard, train smart, stay injury-free, and accomplish your goals.